couple thoughts about the conversation we just had with Frank Pasquale, the law professor and expert on corporations, and particularly digital corporations, and the way that they are usurping the role of governments. He calls it functional sovereignty as referred to territorial sovereignty. I have looked into this issue quite a bit since I first started writing about it 3 or 4 years ago, and frankly, I find it nothing short of terrifying, and I'm not exaggerating about that. We are ceding so many of our fundamental rights to corporations who, no matter how much they insist that their motto is "don't be evil," or at the end of the day, it's a very simple matter. Their financial well-being is always going to be more important to them than our collective well-being as a nation, as a society, as a planet, etc., etc., etc. Now, we don't even have to go into the fact that all the techies tried to sell us on Bitcoin without pointing out that the production of Bitcoin is so energy wasteful that it is a threat to our planet. That doesn't seem to even exist for these type of people. They also seem to have the idea, we had a segment on this show recently with Moira Weigel talking about the tech left, which is nice that there is a left, but overall, a lot of techies seem to feel they know how to run the world better than people who are experts in other fields. Now, I would be more willing to believe that was true if they were better at running their own world, but they are not. We have seen example after example of ways in which the tech world has failed the public in general. I'm especially thinking of various data breaches and so on. The studies that we've covered in this program, which show that, for example, car systems can be hijacked and an entire car can be taken away from the driver. Okay, I'll give you a news story along those lines with a nerdy headline that you have to work your way past. 0-day iOS HomeKit vulnerability allowed remote access to smart accessories, including locks, fix is rolling out. In other words, it turns out that even the vaunted Apple technology, it turned out there was a vulnerability. People could unlock your doors. They could turn your house heat up to an insufferable temperature. They could spoil your food. They could spy on you. They could do all sorts of things because the security was not there. The Internet of Things could become the Internet of Nightmares if we're not careful. And before I trust these guys with the future, they need to get their own house, much less our houses, in order.